Hey YouTube, Weiss Schwarz 97 here, coming at you with a discussion video. This one is going to be on the English Weiss Schwarz meta, because I see a lot of controversy going on the Weiss Schwarz Reddit and stuff, and yeah, I'm just going to give my opinion on it, because there's just a lot of differentiation, and my opinion is not usually following a lot of other people. So yeah, I'm just going to give a rough overview first, and then go into the video as fast as possible. So, right now, these are the decks I currently own in English, Madoka, Bakemonogatari, and Sword Art. So, the other two sets currently out right now are Fate Zero and Project Diva. I'm not only going to be talking about these five, though, because if you are keeping up with things, Love Live is also about to be released in May. Sword Art 2 is also going to be released, so I'll kind of get into that. I don't know everything that's in there as of this video's recording, so that will be mostly prediction. And then Angel Beats is coming out, and we currently do not know everything that will be in there, like such as the 1-0 Kanade that gives everyone hand encore. So that will also be more of just prediction. So I'm going to just put the decks in English out right now and Love Live into tiers. Into like tier like A, B, C. Yeah. So to start off, Madoka and Sword Art are in tier A. Reason being is they have like the best tools and the stronger, like, not like the stronger level 3 game, but like they keep more advantage in stock and like have good climax combos and strong level 1s and stuff like that. And so Madoka and Sword Art are just I think they're the stronger English sets right now. The reason, like a lot of people on the Weiss Reddit say Miku should also be A tier. I don't think that, because I think what makes it A tier is the promo. And to my knowledge, it is not in English, it's a Japanese promo. But if it is in English, and I've just been living under a rock, then by all means, Miku is either lower A tier or higher B tier. I don't know how to put it in there yet, but yeah. So for B tier, starting off with Love Live, I have nothing to like give you guys a visual image of Love Live, but I think Love Live is pretty good. I like Love Live. It obviously gets a lot stronger with its second set, a lot stronger because like all their level 3s almost revolve around their second set now. But yeah, it's just really good. And then Bakemonogatari, also in B tier. Yeah, Bake, I put these in B tier. Like, Love Live is pretty newish especially compared to Bake. It has like good tools and whatnot. Bake is in B tier because its level 1 and 2 are really just kind of meh, except for like the level 1 Give 1,000 is pretty good. The level 0 for like Bake's level 0 is probably the strongest in English right now. The by yourself 4K hand encore is really good, because 4K hand encore runs over the other like 4K beach sticks and whatnot. But reason Bake goes in B tier is its level 3 is so strong, and your opponent can lose on their turn through this level 3 Hitagi. It's one of the only cards in Weiss Schwarz that can make your opponent kind of not really just instant lose, but they can misplay against this card by running into it, because Bake's level 3 is huge, and then they can lose a character they're attacking with, causing you to then win. So Bake's level 3 is really strong. So yeah, and obviously this set in Japan is stronger using Nisei, but this is the English meta, so just Bake. And then for C tier, Miku. Sorry, this is getting put in there for all the Miku players that were saying it was A tier before. With the promo, I do agree the deck is really strong, but I'm just going to put it C tier for now. And Fate Zero I'm also going to put in C tier because it's also lacking most of its strength through its sets. So yeah, now the way I'm putting this, C tier is not so far away from A tier as it may sound, because there's only so few decks in English that you have to pair them by tiers like this. C tier is not so weak against A tier right now. Like, I've lost to Fate Zero with Sword Art. We've played a lot of games, and Sword Art has a higher win ratio. Of course, it is a stronger deck in my opinion. But it's not so strong that it just stomps Fate Zero into the ground. So, with that being said, discussing A tier. A lot of people on the Weiss Schwarz Reddit are just saying, and on YouTube in general, for the English meta, are saying that Sword Art is the strongest deck. I do not agree with this. I have both Sword Art and Madoka, and I have played both competitive versions of Sword Art. Well, technically there's 3, I guess, but one of them kind of just falls under both of them. There's red, yellow, and then there's red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, green. So right now this is red, yellow, blue, but red, yellow, green seems to be the more favored one, and I have also played that and played against that. Sword Art can, like, its level 1 is slightly inconsistent sometimes. For red, yellow, blue, it can, like, the imprisoned queens can lose their, if you don't get, like, a blue Kirito, then you can be screwed on your level 1, and, level 1 for red, yellow, green usually relies on the Star Splash Climax combo. Of course, there are differentiated versions that can rely on the Lisbeth that gains 500 for each character, the 1-1-6-5 that like gains thousands for startups, and the 1-0, I call it the boat, but when it reverses a character, it gets a counter. So they're like, Sword Art's level 1 is really strong, and it has a lot of good backups. But it can't, like, it doesn't shine unless it gets certain cards. Madoka's level 1 is, I think that Madoka is the strongest deck in the English sets because its level 0 isn't that good, and it's probably one of the weaker level 0s, but it gets the job done because it has a lot of nice cards. In terms of power, it's the weakest, but in terms of, like, the assist Cube and the Sayaka Mommy thing and apples, Madoka's level 0 is pretty good, and then Madoka's level 1 is very good at keeping hand size. For if you don't have Star Splash in the red, yellow, green version of Sword Art, then your hand size kind of just dwindles down because when you're playing assists and then you're playing lots of characters, and especially in the red, yellow, green version, they're not super strong characters. In the red, yellow, blue version, if you do get the Imprisoned Queen set up with the Kiritos, then, especially if you have 2 Kiritos, then she's 9k on defense, and that's ridiculous considering Sword Art's backups. What just happened, Bake? Yeah, so, but if you don't get it set up, they're weak, because Invites to Party is a 5-5 vanilla, and before assist, if you have 3 or more. Madoka relies on a gain hand advantage at level 1. They're both like compression decks, but Madoka is just really good like compression heal. It has a lots of changes, it changes at level 2 into its level 3 healer. Sayaka's Wish is really good. The 2-1 event that salvages 2 discard is really strong. At level 3, like Sword Art has a really good level 3. Like this one you're seeing right now, this Silica, is super powerful, but again relies on a climax combo, meaning you're going to want to get it fast, meaning you're going to, at minimum, refresh with 7 climaxes, while Madoka has the ability to just refresh with 8, unless you don't want to set up her climax combo, and then you might not do so well. And yeah, her climax combo is really strong, but then again, I've seen like topping builds in Japan, which it's kind of like the same as the English meta because they don't have Sword Art 2 yet either. But they'll just play like 4 gates, 4 Star Splash, and none of her combo, but yet they'll run her. So, I mean, I guess if you want to heal that badly, she's good for her heal, but her climax combo is really dumb. So, like, at level 3, Sword Art's a little stronger than Madoka, but Madoka heals so much that it doesn't even rely on climax combos. So, I think Madoka is a little better than Sword Art, just a little, making it what I think is the best set in English right now. However, Sword Art 2 is about to be released, and who knows what will change at that point. Sword Art will probably be the top deck. Simply 8 gates. You won't play 8 gates in Sword Art hopefully, unless they release something really dumb, because her combo is simply too good. So good. But then again, 8 gates is also really strong. And it's just getting a second set in general, which means more tools. Sword Art has like better brainstorms overall. having like, it has 3 different brainstorms. Yeah, three different brainstorms. So yeah, Sword Art will probably become the stronger one. So that was just something I wanted to get out the way because a lot of people were saying that Sword Art currently is the strongest set. I don't think so. You guys can tell me what you think in the comments about that. But now kind of Love Live and like Bake. Love Live I think is a little stronger than Bake in the B tier because Love Live is simply newer and its level 1 is not so feeble. Bake's level 1 and level 2 are so feeble that you kind of just try to survive to level 3, losing your hand advantage a lot of the times, and you run +2 soul in Bake, and that's actually helpful because if you can push for damage early enough, then when you're losing your hand advantage, and you're like, you have to set up stock and hand advantage, which is really hard to do in Bake. So it's just harder to play Bakemonogatari overall. But yeah, I think Love Live is just a little stronger than Bake without much explanation needed. And then for C tier, what is it? Fate and Miku. Fate's missing so many sets that it has in Japan. It's obviously not going to be as strong as it really is. However, Fate's not uber strong in Japan either. I'm going to say that, actually, I'm just going to put them at a tie unless Miku has her promos because, the Time Machine Miku, because honestly, I don't like the fact that Miku only has 1 heal. It kind of just bugs me. Then again, Fate Zero only has 1 heal as well, but that Rider is so strong. Rider is like my favorite level 3 in the deck, even though he doesn't heal. And this is my main deck, is Madoka. This is the one I like playing, and it's heal, 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 and then heal some more. So when I play decks without many heals, I feel at a loss because I'm used to playing so many heals, but that Rider is really strong. So, yeah, that was kind of just a rough overview of the English meta. Just wanted to answer the question that's been asked like a long time, and people just keep saying Sword Art is the strongest. Sword Art is very strong, yes, but I still think Madoka is a hair better. Honestly, not too much to make a difference, but yes. So, now to kind of talk about Angel Beats that is getting released in English. This is either going to be really good or really bad because even at my locals, the people who don't play Vice, I've gathered enough players and we talk about it enough that people know Angel Beats is super strong as a set. And now we're getting in America when we have less decks that can combat it. In Japan, I'd say Angel Beats is either like low S tier or really high A tier. I honestly haven't played enough Angel Beats or watched enough games of it to really understand what tier I'd put it in. But the 1-0 Kanade is kind of yeah, broken. That's good enough to say the least. It gives everyone hand encore. If Angel Beats gets that in English, then it will become the best deck in my eyes, no doubt. It shouldn't, like, Bake, if Angel Beats becomes the best deck, Bake will get a huge boost in, like, anti-meta type aspects. Just because this Senjo can kill the Kanade. Kanade is the uber strong, powerful thing you need to kill, so Senjo is really good at doing that, and that will give Bake a boost, but then Bake is going to have a problem with these two. But it's a never-ending circle of death, but it really just all depends what we get in Angel Beats. Honestly, I can see why a lot of people don't want the Kanade to come, because especially if they have the Japanese version of the deck, it would just kind of feel kind of, I don't know, cheated. I really don't know how to feel about if it came in the set or not. I mean, I think it would help, but yeah, that's pretty much all I can really say about Angel Beats. It's all prediction, so I don't want to, like, say anything for sure, but Angel Beats is stronger than... In Japan, Angel Beats is stronger than all these decks. So, yeah, this is my little rough interpretation of the English meta. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment, like, this was Weiss Schwarz 97. Bye, YouTube.